It's been a painful 3 years for schools. They shut down, they went remote, they reopened, and now they have to stay open. But for many students, the challenges really began even before the school bell rang, because they have to get to school. It starts right here with the school bus. We're talking about the labor shortage in the school bus industry, and it's having major effects on students and families. So let's talk about the folks who do apply for the school bus driver position. What's the typical profile, at least before the pandemic, and how has that changed?
Sure, so before the pandemic, there were 2 buckets of people that would apply, and now at post-pandemic, one of those buckets has gone extinct. So the first one, these are union-paying jobs that offer health benefits and pension benefits, and 401k, depending on the company. So you have potential applicants that come in that see, hey, I need family health benefits. This seems like a job where I can, grow within my community and I can receive these benefits, so they apply for that. The second one were the retirees. The retirees have really fallen off. We've asked them to come back in. Hey, we have these other positions that are now coming up. We'll let you work AM, PM, whatever. You can create your own schedule. We'll work with you, of course. And we don't see them. And it's the health susceptibility. It's all COVID related.
Unlike other comparable jobs, driving a school bus requires jumping through a number of hoops, culminating with getting a commercial driver's license, which can often take weeks.
So it's a regulatory marathon. Not only do you have the drug testing, you have a physical, you have a fingerprinting, you have to pass 5 different written tests, and then you have the road test.
And people who put in the time to get the necessary training and license can often find similar paying work that's not tied to the daily school schedule or school being in session.
I would say that the largest threat to the industry has become Amazon. The biggest thing that happened during the pandemic when the school buses were shut down is delivery services boomed. Many of our potential applicants went there instead. So the school bus industry could be recession-proof, but it's not pandemic-proof. Whereas delivery services have proven they're not only pandemic-proof, they're pandemic booming.
The shortage is so severe that in some states, the National Guard was activated to fill the gaps.
They're not sustainable solutions. The National Guard's there to protect us. They're not there to be CDL school bus drivers. So it's a little bit different for them. This is a whole new area for them where you don't have professional, experienced drivers on the road.
Like every other industry, school bus operators are increasing pay to attract job seekers. But it's complicated because taxpayers often end up getting the final say.
So here's the issue. Obviously, you want to give good raises, you want to give competitive benefits, and you want to have a competitive pay scale. But the problem is you're a business and you have to pass that on to the school district. And then that becomes a vicious cycle of fighting of who's responsible for what and rebidding. So I'm nervous about inflation. I'm nervous about the supply chain and the demand. And I don't know what gets done to mitigate that.
So Corey has to be creative and pull the levers that are available to him.
Sure, so we're offering sign-on bonuses that this industry has never seen. We're offering
what size?
Give
me an idea.
Between $2,500 and $3,000. And we're offering paid training. We're offering the training class to get on the road immediately on the vans and then go to Type C. If you can only work the PM, we'll take you. Fine. We'll take whatever we could get. You only want to do 3 hours at 4 o'clock at night, we'll put you on a charter or a field trip.
Then there are the intangibles, the emotional rewards of driving a bus. Here's what some of Corey's drivers say they love about their job.
The best part of it is even the kids, having conversation with them, they see you as a friend, not as a bus driver. They like me, everybody knows me, my boss, like I said,
Like we spend more
the whole company knows me.
We spend more time with the kids than the parents do, because the parents go to work, so we see them more, so they become like a part of the family.
I mean, this seems to be a selling point if you're trying to get new recruits as school bus drivers.
Yeah, and I think, the bottom line too, I think people want meaningful and purposeful work. You got one shot at this. So, and I feel like, when people come in and they start talking to me, current employees, you clearly see that they're making a difference in the community, and they enjoy that.
With every part of the school system in need of staff, some drivers are now lending a hand inside the school buildings too.
We have plenty of drivers that drive the kids to school, park their buses in the back parking lot, and then they become lunch ladies or lunch servers and things like that, or they become security guards for the middle of the day. And that ties back into, extra money, extra revenue, an extra job source, but also being a part of that community.
As we try to figure out the new normal, we can all appreciate the value of being part of something bigger than yourself. I admit I kind of like the idea of being in the bus driver's seat someday, but until I go through all the training, Corey would only let me pretend for now. Hey, producer back there, you gotta sit down. We're gonna take off soon.